So whenever you wake up, the first thing you're going to see is maybe something in English, maybe something in Japanese, maybe something in Chinese. These apply to every single thing that you're learning nowadays. So the point is, it's pretty easy nowadays to learn, and it just takes a little bit of while to understand and get a hang of what you're trying to learn. Not least, review them using spaced repetition technique. Now what is that? I've got a video about spaced repetition techniques. You can go for that. You can see what the spaced repetition technique is and how does it work and how can you apply it. Review session. Now it's very important to do these review sessions every day or once in a week or once in a time. It's very important to look over what you did or what you reviewed in your last session or what you reviewed in your last time. Once you do this a lot of times, you're going to have that stuff come from your short-term memory to your long-term memory, and it's going to stay there for a while, and it's going to stay there for a long while. So you're going to hang on there, alright? Effective learning strategies. Now what are these? These are ways that you can get better at your learning and be better at it in no time. So going back at it, we have first of all chunking. What is chunking? It is lots of times that when you have assignments, when you have stuff that you want to learn, it's in a very large group and it's very intimidating, very bad, and you just don't want to do that. So what you do is you turn and you make it smaller, into smaller manageable chunks that you learn and you work upon. For example, what I do is, whenever I'm doing an assignment, so first of all I see what is the half of the total number. If the assignment has 30 lessons and about like a few hundred questions, so if 30 lessons for example, so first of all I go for 15. I've done 15, so half of the lessons are left. It's easier for me now. So my first goal is to do 15. Then I think to myself, what is the half of 15? So then I think that it's got to be 7.2, 7.5 something. So I do 7.5 more lessons. Once I do the 7.5 lessons, I am left with a singular and an easy little, maybe we can go for like four lessons left. And with those 4 lessons left, I turn them into 2, then into 1, and then boop, finished. So smaller manageable chunks give you the opportunity, the motivation to do better and to not just think, yeah, that's very long. No, these will make you feel better and these will make it way easier. Trust me, I've had experience. Active engagement. Lots of times what people do is they just passively read books and they think that will do everything. No, it won't. What I want you to do is maybe go and read and summarize the text, whatever you're reading, trying to read or etc. Maybe summarize that, say it in your own words, or try to make someone else or try to teach someone else that passage or that bunch of text. Has more of a active approach, active engagement going on with the language rather than having that passive engagement which is just dry reading and just going on with it as if it doesn't matter. We don't want that. What we want is active engagement, so your brain is there. I know it's very easy, just pick out a book for example you have and just open it and it's very easy. I know I'm a fast reader, so I know how it feels. It's very easy to do that, but understanding something is different than reading something. So passive reading won't do what you want to do. Next up, we have multisensory language learning. Now what this does is, I want you to have your listening, your reading, your speaking and all of these things going on. You need to watch English, you need to listen to English, you need to write down English. This will process and this will just put English from all sides. Listen to a podcast and maybe watch a video while you're writing down what you're learning or what you're reading or what you're maybe experiencing from all of that stuff. What I want you to do there is, that's that multisensory overload. This overload will cause you to try to understand things more brightly and give you a better sense of what you're trying to learn. We have mnemonics. Now there isn't actually any certain way to do this, but it's actually creating your own terms for something that you normally don't understand. Normally, whenever I want to remember something, I have mistakes and I don't really know how to remember. Lots of times students have mistake in spellings. For example, in the spelling of necessary, use one collar and two sleeves. So this will tell you that it's one C and two S rather than 3S or something like that. I've seen some very weird spellings, trust me. There are a lot of stuff. So that will give you a long idea of what that is. Whenever you're saying necessary, the idea of one collar and two sleeves will come to your mind, and whenever you're writing down that, you're gonna be NEC because one S and that comes first, and then NECESSARY, etc. necessary. That's gonna be how you're gonna do that. Visualization. Now lots of times what I want students to do is create a picture with words they want to learn. For example, gerund. When I was new, whenever I listened to that, it just gave me this idea of a garden. I don't know why. This image of grass and garden somehow. And even though it was a grammatical term, I just felt like it was something that you could eat, or maybe like a grass pitch of grass. This image sticked. So whenever I was speaking gerund, it was way more easier for me to understand what gerund was, or what the word gerund was, because of that weird image that tingled and that stayed in my mind. It made it way easier for me to understand what I was trying to do there. So after that, we got storytelling. Storytelling is a very important process that will help you a lot in understanding stuff. Storytelling can help you with vocabulary, with grammar, with reading skills, with understanding, and with a lot of other stuff. It's going to give you more creativity and a boost of confidence very easily. Storytelling is quite interactive, quite interesting, and really amazing. You guys should try that. And that was the last for it. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and Allah Hafiz. I'll be getting to go.